Hey everybody, Merry Christmas! I wasn't expecting to get this video out until after Christmas, but today is Christmas Day. My husband is taking a nap, my kids are playing with their toys, so I thought I'd take a minute to put this video together. Trying to not say so much. So, here are the sales for my week, there I go again. Not leading up to Christmas, but leading up to the week of Christmas. So it was another great week, I have to say. So here's what sold. First was these block tap shoes. I don't often get a lot of money for tap shoes. There I go with the But they always sell. They're a guaranteed seller. So when I see them, I pick them up. This one I took a best offer of $15 for because these Mary Jane style don't sell as well as the high heel character shoe style. And Block is still the most popular brand, I would say, behind Capezio. And then, like, Revolution Dancewear is kind of a lesser value. What are some other ones? American Ballet Theater, that's the one they sell at Payless. Those ones don't sell for too much, but I love it when I find the Block shoes. Next, I sold this Levi's denim jacket twice. It is lined with Sherpa fleece, and I sold it twice. Once, I had a kind of a long conversation with this woman who was buying it for her husband. She didn't know if the fit was going to be right, yada, yada, yada. So I pretty much drilled it into her head that I will take a return. It's not any trouble. If it doesn't work, just send it back. And that's what ended up happening. In the beginning of the week, she bought it, she returned it, I relisted it, and resold it all within the week. So that sold for $60. This I had purchased. I buy just about everything at the Goodwill outlet now because there's no way I can match that return on investment. I buy it so cheap and my profit is huge that I just really don't buy anywhere else anymore. So I picked up a Bose sound dock for iPod, and it would charge the iPod. It would, you could see that the iPod was playing, but the control buttons on the unit didn't work. So I thought maybe I needed to use a remote. So I purchased a remote on eBay, tried that, it didn't work. And so I chucked the actual sound dock and I just sold the power unit, which obviously was working because it was able to charge the iPod, and sold that for $25, which is still pretty darn good considering, it came from the Goodwill outlet. I sold this Suede work jacket by Kentfield. It's a vintage piece. It's been around for a while. And I sold that for $50. This was a baking dish that I picked up by Rival France. It's apple-shaped. And like I said, I got this at the Goodwill outlet. My Goodwill outlet charges 29 cents a pound for dishware. So I spent maybe 50 cents on this dish and sold it for $50. You cannot beat that. Uh-oh. This was another item I picked up at the Goodwill outlet. It's a Betamax player. Remember, like, the battle between Betamax and VHS back in the 80s? And VHS won, sadly, because Betamax was a superior product. But anyway, I picked this up. I think I paid $12 for it. This was one of my more expensive items that I bought, but I turned it. Most of the time, these sell for over $100 on eBay, but I didn't have a Betamax tape to test it with. I could power it on, I could hear it click when I hit the buttons, but I couldn't actually run a tape through it and see if it worked. So I marked it down to $90. A fellow purchased it. He was a great guy, and he, he was concerned that it wouldn't play, and I reiterated to him that I would gladly take a return, and I was actually going to be in his area after Christmas, and if he wanted to just meet up, he could return it to me that way without having to box it up and all that garbage. But it ended up working. He was thrilled with it. He was so, so happy, and I love a happy customer, so that worked out well. Then, gosh, so many high dollar items this week. I sold this Husqvarna Viking sewing machine from, I believe, the early 70s. And this brand, these Viking sewing machines are very sought after. This one, unfortunately, it came with tons of accessories, as you can see, but it was this, I sold 2 sewing machines this week, and this one, I'm trying to remember, I think it wasn't, like, the tension on the thread wasn't very strong, so the stitches kept coming out very loose. And it costs a lot of money to have a sewing machine tuned up. It's usually over $100, and I didn't want to spend that kind of money. So I just disclosed that, oh, here it is, it was getting knotted, the thread was knotting. And I sold it for $99. This one obviously sells for more money when it is in perfectly good working condition, but nonetheless, I'm still happy to take $100 for it. This is a pair of Gucci espadrilles that belonged to a friend of my mom's who just didn't want them anymore, I guess. And so I paid nothing for them, and I sold them for 80 bucks. This is a US Polo Association wallet. I thought it was kind of cute. I was actually thinking about keeping it maybe. But ended up selling it for 20 bucks. This is a leather CSX train transport company jacket. It does have a little bit of embroidery here. There you can see the CSX logo, and it has some information. I think it was from the Columbus, Ohio rail yard. But it was, excuse me, a 4XL. It went to England via global shipping, and it sold for $70 or $75. This was a University of Michigan varsity style jacket. It wasn't real wool. It was like acrylic wool. And I believe, oh yes, this is the one that was new with tags. I got 2 of these. One of them didn't have tags on it. This one did have tags on it. Excuse me. And I'm assuming the other one was new also. But anyway, this sold for $69. I sold another iPod Touch case with the Lego theme for 17 bucks. This is a grill light by Brookstone. I got it at the Goodwill outlet, and it was part of a grilling kit, but most of everything else in the kit had been removed. So I just took the light and sold it new without tags. Brookstone grill lamp. I turned on the light so you could see that it works, and that sold for $20. Earlier in the day, before I sold these FedEx uniform pants, I had been veroed by FedEx for trademark infringement. They pulled 2 of my FedEx jackets. I always sell FedEx jackets. Always. FedEx uniform pieces in general. I always have a bunch of them in stock. So they pulled 2 of my jackets, left 2 of my other jackets, and left these pants. So I don't know what rhyme or reason they use when they pull listings for trademark infringement. Not that it's ever happened to me before. But they pulled my listings, and then later in the day I sold 3 pairs of these brand new with tags uniform pants for $20 a piece. So that was 60 bucks. Then I sold Dave Ramsey's Financial Peace University CD set. You can see the case is a little beat up, but the CDs were in good condition, and those sold for $20. And then I sold this pair of Dancego vegan Oxford, or Vita Oxford shoes. They sold for $75. I've sold these in the past. They have a line called Vegan Veda, which are canvas and rubber instead of leather and rubber. And the vegan Vedas I know sell really well, but these leather ones in all black sell for a premium price. So I sold these for 75 bucks. And those are my sales for the week. Merry Christmas, everybody. Talk to you soon.